Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here. Welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of February 28th, the absolute last day of February, as we head into March, as we head closer to spring for those of us in the northern hemisphere. Uh, we'll, as always, start off with the Mythic Plus affixes for this week. This week we have Tyrannical, Bursting, Grievous, and Thundering. Again, that's Tyrannical, Bursting, Grievous, and Thundering. This is a healer week. There's no really other way to put it. Bursting is something healers have to deal with. Obviously, DPS can be kind and not roll the bursting stacks. Grievous again, a healer thing to worry about. So this is a really tough healer week. You could see healers boycotting this week. Maybe you're having trouble finding a healer for your pug or whatever. That would be why. This is a really bad healer week on top of Tyrannical. So you're gonna see some healers not even wanting to play this week, and then also some other players who are just having a bad time not wanting to play. There's been some really interesting videos about the way affixes work and maybe doing like a potential rework for them that some people in the WoW community have been making. I think it's actually really interesting. Might be something that I touch on myself because like weeks like this really do stink. There's other weeks that don't, and I think those are fine in theory, right? But then there's other weeks that really stink for maybe a tank or for healer or whatever. There's weeks that stink for DPS too, but there's plenty of DPS, frankly, in the pool to do these Mythic Plus Keystones. So, again, something I might touch on in the future. Let's go ahead and talk about what's going on in-game this week. I can say from last week I never did get my the Love Rocket, the X, whatever they renamed it, Rocket from Love is in the Air, unfortunately. But that's over now. So let's go ahead and talk about what's going on. We have Pet Battle bonus event going on. So you can go ahead and do the pet battle stuff if you're into that. Again, not really my thing, but it is what it is. If you like doing pet battles, this is your week. World Quest bonus event. So World Quest event, I can always, especially now. So I couldn't really do it in Shadowlands actually, but this is an event worth doing. You want to go do these. It's like 5 world quests only or something like that. You get a ridiculous amount of renown. It's just like one of the most efficient uses of your time in the game is to do this World Quest bonus event. It's one of the best ones. PvP Brawl this week is also Deep 6. And then the only other notable thing this week is the Darkmoon Fair will be starting up, obviously, as we head into March here, first Sunday of every month. And then, of course, you can go to the Darkmoon Fair, get your profession knowledge and stuff still. And then, of course, skill ups as well. So you can head to the fair and get your stuff. Obviously, they've said that they're going to be updating things like the fair and stuff like that, but that's not yet, unfortunately. There still are tons of old achievements and stuff to do there. I don't know if any of those are going away, as they update stuff, but there's tons of stuff that you can do there if you've never participated before. And I always kind of give a little spiel about the fair because I do think it's actually a very underutilized part of the game, and there's like stuff to do there that is actually kind of interesting and fun. And honestly, probably like if you like doing achievements and stuff, obviously you have to like achievements, you have to like getting like cosmetics and mounts and stuff, but there's like at least a good week or two of fun, like literally a week of playtime and then or 2 weeks of playtime of fun at the Darkmoon Fair, honestly. So I always try to hype it up a little bit, and if it gets updated, that'll make it even better in theory. So I'm definitely all for that. Other than that, there's not a ton going on in game. We are still on Broodmother as far as rating goes, in a really, really nice world, a really optimistic world that could die this week. Not necessarily going to happen, but it could happen. We've seen a lot of the fight, essentially. We've seen, into Phase 2 and stuff like that. And, as Phase 2 is no joke by any means. It's, the same thing over and over again, essentially. So hopefully, maybe we can get that down. That'd be really, really nice. And move on to Mythic Razagath. Other than that, I have been PvPing a lot. So I've been pretty much any gaming time I have, I've been putting into doing PvP. Mostly trying to kind of get a feel for what PvP is like. I haven't PvP'd much since the end of Shadowlands. And that was on my Rogue. And I was like just trying to try out Outlaw. So I was enjoying it a lot. I was just trying out something I hadn't played before, essentially. And so I did enjoy that a lot. But I just wanted to kind of see what the state of PvP was. In Shadowlands, I made a video, WoW PvP is bad. I think, I'm not going to get into everything on it here, but I think that it's trending into a better direction, in my opinion. But there's still inherent problems with WoW PvP, and I don't necessarily think it's ever going to be popular again as it was many, many years ago at this point. But yeah, I will do a video on that from a casual player's perspective, because I do not do PvP at a high end. I just am someone who enjoys doing PvP on WoW, at least when it's good, right? I didn't enjoy doing it that much in Shadowlands. I didn't enjoy doing it that much in BFA either, if I'm being completely honest. But prior to that, I had enjoyed it, at least to some extent, in every expansion. But I haven't really enjoyed it probably since Wrath of the Lich King, maybe Cataclysm. But it's been a really, really, really long time. So I am planning on doing a video on that. Basically WoW PvP from a casual perspective. And yeah, still tons of new updates coming out. Obviously, Ret Paladin updates. I plan on keep doing a weekly video there, whereas they keep giving a weekly update essentially on Tuesday or Wednesday of more Ret Paladin rework stuff. So obviously, I'll continue to stay updated with that stuff. And yeah, I think that's about it. Obviously, there's not a ton going on. Looking for more updates. Probably about a month away from 10.0.7. That could be at the beginning of April, either probably beginning or mid-April. So we'll have more stuff coming out of that. That's a pretty big patch. It's a pretty big content patch. So that'll be pretty nice as well. So as always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.